so the Force will always be with us all. And remember that we have a celebration about Star Wars. Well, we're going to take a look back to 1977 for Star Wars. Star Wars, retroactively known as Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope since its 1981 re-release, is a 1977 American epic space opera film written and directed by George Lucas. It is the first installment of the original Star Wars trilogy, the first film in the franchise to be produced, and the fourth chronological installment of the main Star Wars saga. It's the Year Zero BBY. The Imperial forces, under orders from the cruel Darth Vader, hold Princess Leia hostage in their efforts to quell the rebellion against the Galactic Empire. Moisture farmer Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and smuggler Han Solo, captain of the Millennium Falcon, work together with the companion evil dread duo of R2-D2 and C-3PO to rescue that beautiful princess, help the Rebel Alliance, and restore freedom and justice to the galaxy. 6 reasons will be given why the Force is strong with this one. 1. While movies, TV shows, and books all helped inspire George Lucas to write Star Wars, he had a more immediate reason for dealing with the project. After the success of his previous film American Graffiti, he stated that making a positive film was exhilarating, and that kids in the present didn't have a fantastical world to be in awe of, the way Lucas and his generation did growing up, so he wanted to create a film similar to his previous film, but for younger kids. Lucas repeatedly told everyone this was a Disney movie as he targeted the film towards a preteen audience. To the 70s audience, who became sophisticated from European and New Hollywood films, this film essentially returns to the simplicities of the pre-60s golden age of movies. It's also, without a doubt, one of the most well-known movie franchises of all time. 2. For the project, Lucas was trying to combine science fiction with swashbucklers, and the script was tinkered with for nearly 3 years, with a cosmology that would equal allegiance to the Wizard of Oz and the Lord of the Rings. Lucas' plot is extremely similar to Akira Kurosawa's The Hidden Fortress. 3. A special effects production house, Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, was formed for the film, which Lucas poured money into. His assistant John Dykstra used a camera whose motions were controlled by computer, so the same shots could be filmed repeatedly in perfect registration, allowing technicians to add special effects with very little difficulty. The opening shot shows off this new capability, placing in a tilt across moving objects that would have been basically impossible to get a few years earlier. 4. Impressive casting choices, with the lead role of Luke Skywalker being given to the relatively callow Mark Hamill, while Harrison Ford was saved for a supporting role as daredevil mercenary Han Solo. 5. Bombastic score by John Williams, that's a masterpiece in of itself. And when the soundtrack was recorded in Dolby Stereo, it helped popularize the process throughout the industry. And lastly, 6. Back in its day, moviegoers were obsessed with the film, to the point where they often returned to see it again, and even formed clubs and edited newsletters. It proved to be an extremely durable mythology, leading to Lucas expanding his vision to contain loads more material, including 2 separate trilogies. In a way, he changed how movies are made and marketed. Though, 4 bad qualities will be given to the dark side. 1. In 1997, George Lucas created the Star Wars Special Editions, which included unnecessary additions and alterations to the original cuts of the movies, most notably an excess amount of CGI. Lucas kept making more changes to them until Disney bought out Lucasfilm in 2012, although one last change was added by Lucas in the 2019 Disney Plus version. Since then, they never officially re-released the original versions have the films on DVD, Blu-ray or digitally, except for the bonus disc for a 2006 DVD release, which were sourced from 1993 Laserdisc masters. 2. Although most of the aspects of the movie are great, as mentioned above, they sadly haven't aged well, such as the effects, models and sets, which are one of the main reasons George created the special editions. 3. One scene features Obi-Wan saying that the stormtroopers have super precise aiming, but they actually can't even hit the broadside of a barn unless the plot demands it. And lastly, 4. The scene where Han Solo says that the Death Star is too big to be a space station doesn't make any sense, as space stations can come in any size, do being structures. Remember, the Force will be with you, always.